I grew up in a single-parent home. I was raised Catholic. I never knew my father. In my lifetime, I think I've only seen him 3 times. So I never really knew what it was like to have that father figure in my life. I always wondered what it would be like if I had a dad. What does that love feel like? My mother, she did the best she could on raising all 4 of us, right? Which was not easy. I was sexually abused at the age of 12. And once I was became a teenager, I was a rebel. At the age of 14, I moved out of my mom's house. I went to live with a boy and his family who lived in poverty. I had enough of the physical abuse that he was giving me, so I moved back home. A little while after that, I met my youngest son's dad, who helped me enjoy life. I guess you can say I was blinded by the things that he would buy me and my children. I thought this was the man that was going to be a good father figure for my children. For some reason, I ignored all the red flags. We went to church. I just could not feel that connection with God. I didn't feel anything. It was as if I was numb. After having enough of that emotional abuse for those 3 years, I finally left him. One night, he snapped. He broke into my apartment while we were all sleeping. He held me at gunpoint for about 3 hours while he physically abused me. All this while our baby boy was asleep in my arms. I suffered mentally really bad from what they called PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. I was on medications. I would wake up in cold sweats, nightmares. I didn't like taking the medication. I didn't like the way it had me feeling. So I would stop and I would turn to alcohol. I was an angry person. On Christmas night, I got really drunk at my mom's. I'd started with verbal abuse with my daughter and my little sister and my mother and my fiance at the time. Things got really bad. I hit rock bottom until I heard this voice tell me, "Come to me." And at that time, I knew what I had to do. A good friend of mine had been asking me to come to church, and he led me to these life groups to where it was a group of women that showed me the pain that I had hid in my heart from all the abuse that I had endured. And I'm so thankful for God sending me to that group, because if it wasn't for that group, that pain would have stood in my heart hidden and I would have never been healed. Receiving deliverance from my pride, from my fear, healing from the pain, being able to forgive and love again was everything I had asked for. Kids started noticing that mommy was a lot nicer, that mommy was changing. And it just melted my heart to hear my children tell me that I had changed into a better person. And I have no one else to thank but Jesus. I got married this past July 11th and graduated from college as a registered medical assistant September 12th. Since I've turned my life over to Jesus, I have received nothing but blessing after blessing, and sometimes I think, why me? Why do I deserve it? I was such a bad person. But no matter how bad of a person you were, God is always forgiving. He doesn't remember your sins. He knows your name, and He'll never give up on you. Our God is always faithful, and will see you through the end.